When you clearly don't work somewhere, but people seem to think you do. Welcome to this episode of I Don't Work Here, Lady. Our first one is from Impromptu Hotelier. This happened last year. I was heading home from work, still in my office getup, like blue button-up, black slacks, dress shoes, the whole corporate misery package. Stopped by an electronics store with my brother since he needed some last-minute stuff for a trip. I'm minding my own business in the laptop aisle when this older gentleman, probably late 50s or early 60s, walks up to me. Without missing a beat, he starts firing off questions about laptops like I had a name tag on or something. I guess the business casual outfit gave off tech guy energy. Honestly, I was bored, and I love nerding out over tech, so I leaned in, gave him the full Best Buy Geek Squad experience. Talked processors, SSDs, graphics cards, how his son could use it for work, casual gaming, Netflix marathons, or pretending to work while watching cat videos. I was on a roll. I even started using hand gestures like I was pitching a used car. I was out here acting like I was about to earn commission or something. After like 30 minutes of me basically hijacking the sales floor, the guy's like, "Awesome, I'll take it. Can you check me out at the counter?" Cue awkward pause. I go, "Sir, I actually don't work here. I'm just shopping." Man looked like I told him his dog was actually a cat. Straight up confused Pikachu face. He asked why I helped him for so long then, and I told him, because if you talk to the actual salespeople here, they might have upsold you on some overpriced paperweight. I just didn't want to get you scammed. He laughed, said thanks like 100 times, and even tried to buy my brother some earphones as a thank you. I was like, "That's sweet, but no worries, it's cool. Plus, I already spent enough of your time pretending to be an employee." Funniest part? Some actual employees walked by while I was in full salesman mode, and they didn't say a word. Probably thought I was their coworker they hadn't met yet, or some new guy from a different shift. Anyway, 10 out of 10 experience. Hope his son loved the laptop. Maybe next time I'll start charging consultation fees. I love that the "I don't work here" came after the helping of the customer. It especially helps that the OP was really into what they were assisting with, but I mean, they do have a point. If you try to ask the sales associates, they definitely would have tried that upsell. This next one is by MB Fanfic. So this happened a couple weekends ago at Epcot, and I'm still cringing. My husband and I were Disney bounding. As a refresher, Disney bounding is when fans wear regular clothes inspired by a Disney character's color palette or aesthetic. It's a way to express your love for a character without violating Disney's very strict rules about impersonation, because adults are absolutely not allowed to wear costumes in the parks, especially ones that might confuse guests into thinking you're a cast member or character performer. I was channeling Snow White, yellow tennis skirt, blue tee, red cardigan, red belt, and a cute apple-shaped purse. My husband was grumpy, red shirt that read, "I didn't think I would become a grumpy old man, but here I am, nailing it," brown shorts, and a floppy brown bucket hat. It might be important to say here, we are in our 50s. In no way could anyone mistake us for being the actual Disney-employed cast members who are playing Snow White or Grumpy. We were walking past the German pavilion, on our way to our dinner reservation at Garden Grill, when a woman with 2 little girls flagged us down. She didn't ask. She told us that her kids wanted pictures with Snow White and Grumpy. I politely explained that we were just guests, not characters, and actually late for a dining reservation. She immediately got huffy, saying she didn't want to wait in that ridiculous line to see the real Snow White, and her kids were already excited. I tried to say no again, but she waved us off and literally pushed her kids toward us while pulling out her phone. Cue the awkward frozen smiles while my husband, bless his grumpy soul, muttered, "This is why I don't go to Magic Kingdom." We finally had to excuse ourselves and make a break for it. For those wondering, yes, this could 100% get you kicked out of the park or have your annual passes revoked. Disney takes character integrity very seriously, even if you're just a fan in a color-coordinated outfit. Moral of the story, just because someone looks Disney adjacent doesn't mean they're on the payroll. We were just two nerds trying to get our Mickey-shaped waffles in peace. I guess I'm confused. Did the entitled Karen think that just because she saw two people that looked like characters that they were skipping out on said lines she would have had to wait into to, I don't know, maybe have her kids take pictures with said characters? It's sad that some people just don't accept no means no. And our final one is from Jupiter Skyfalls. When I worked as a server in fine dining, we had to wear a vest, bistro apron, and tie, even women, which I am one. Sometimes after a really busy shift or just a long double, I'd need to stop by the grocery store or somewhere, but was too tired to go home and change, and I just kept on my uniform while I made my stops. At Walmart, CVS, Publix, Kroger, Target, Dollar Tree, like really? Aldi, Costco, and once in the lobby of a Little Caesars, I was constantly mistaken for an employee or manager. I have never once seen an employee or even general manager of these stores in a vest and tie, let alone an apron. People would come up to me all the time thinking I worked for the store we were in. I was amused at first, but I honestly got sick of it quickly. I hate being rude though, so if people came up and asked me where something was and I knew the answer, I'd tell them or say sorry I don't work here. But so many times people would approach me, after having busted tail at work, just tired and wanting to grab what I needed for a meal and go home, with an unbelievable amount of entitlement, audacity, and rudeness. I stopped trying to argue with these people and started sending them to the opposite end of the store from what they wanted, or promising to go check in the back and leave them standing there, telling them that an item was out of stock or had been recalled, or any other random acts of mischief I concocted for my amusement. Once a woman got a manager and came hunting through the store to track me down, demanding angrily that I be fired. Watching the manager tell her I wasn't an employee was amazing. The emotional roller coaster that rode over her face was hilarious. He asked her why she thought I was, and she said I told her the item was reserved, but another employee told her that wasn't a thing. I shrugged and said, "Well, you never asked if I worked here. Sorry," and dipped. If you were nice and not a douche McNugget, I'd help you if I could. But talking down, being verbally abusive to people just doing their jobs is ridiculous. I wish more people spoke up when they see it. Add-on, for any wondering why I didn't just take my vest and/or apron off, I'm well endowed and the shirt that fits me best in the arms and shoulders, couldn't have sleeves too long, were pretty tight across the chest. My vest and tie hid the fact that I had a good bit of my bra and cleavage visible otherwise. Changing in the car wasn't something I wanted to do, and going home first meant double the time. I wouldn't care nowadays, but I was young and shy then. It kinda goes back to what I said in the last one. It's a sad thing that people can't accept no for an answer, or if somebody tells them they don't work there. It is funny though that the one lady ended up getting a manager trying to hunt the OP down just so she could get some kind of satisfaction that turned into absolute non-satisfaction. Alright, that's enough tales for the day. Well, that wraps up this episode of I Don't Work Here Lady. If you liked the video, please drop a like, share my content on all of your social media, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload, and drop a comment down below. It really helps with the algorithm and helps new people find my channel. Thanks for watching, thanks to my patrons and super thanks contributors. Have a great day and stay safe out there.